Guess what we're watching today? Hello! Welcome to another edition of Author Ejamie Watches, a somewhat weekly show where I react to television shows and or movies and hopefully entertain y'all. For today, we are back in the TV show Hershey's Chocolate Kisses. That is not the name of the show. I cannot pronounce the name of the show because I'm an ignorant Canadian girl. We are watching episode 48 today. Very excited. Because in the last episode, a few things happened. So, Papa Koala Bear got the confirmation that Moran is indeed his son. A little underwhelmed that in like the way that he found out, that was basically just he went to the hospital and talked to the doctor, and the doctor who handled the blood transfusion of when he was shot, and Moran gave him his blood and essentially saved his life. He talked to that doctor, and the doctor basically confirmed that yes, the blood was given to you by someone who was a relative. So that happened. I kind of would have wanted at least like Mama Koala Bear to be there. Because I liked sort of when they were together, when they were sort of like tossing the idea back and forth and sort of like working through the mystery of was he his son, was he not his son, that kind of thing. I really liked when it was just like them two. So for him to find Papa Koala Bear to find out on his own was sort of a little bit anticlimactic. And then we met Auntie Foosball. That is not her name. Ignorant Canadian girl. Who apparently is the mysterious she who was behind this revenge plot against Creepy Grandma. Again, sort of underwhelming, because I would want whoever was behind the revenge against Creepy Grandma to be justified in that revenge. Now, don't get me wrong. Creepy Grandma is a creepy, crazy, psychotic bitch. Evil, evil, evil. No doubt about it. However, I'm getting the vibe from this Aunt Foosball that the reason she hates Creepy Grandma is because Creepy Grandma married her brother, and she felt that Creepy Grandma wasn't worthy of her brother. That's the vibe I got from her. That's the reason for her hatred, as far as I can tell. Now, granted, we've only known this woman for like 5 minutes. But in those 5 minutes, oh, she spilled some tea. She spilled some tea in that she confirmed to basically everybody, including Moran, who was there, that Papa Koala Bear, in Darth Vader voice, I am your father. Papa Koala Bear is Moran's father. And she hinted at the fact that Mama Dilly was not so much with the dead. I don't know if she's telling the truth about that. I don't know if that was clearly what she was saying. But I'm very interested to see what it means. And I've always sort of had this sort of in the back of my head, because I wanted it to be Mama Dilly who was behind this this whole revenge thing. I had questions about what that would mean for Moran, and like, how could you leave your son to be raised by this crazy, evil, creepy bitch? But I wanted it to be Mama Dilly who was behind this revenge. But I also have sort of in the back of my head, now that we've met Rayanne's biological father, if Mama Dilly is alive, what does that mean for Papa Koala Bear and Mama Koala Bear? Because they are darling and perfection and wonderfulness, and I don't want anybody touching them. However, we can see from the history that we have learned between Papa Koala Bear and Mama Dilly how much these two loved each other. This was like a grand epic love story that was cut short tragically. So what does it mean for them if she's actually alive? I don't know what I want to happen. I don't know. Because I don't want Mama Koala Bear and Papa Koala Bear to be touched. I don't want that wonderful marriage to be touched. But there is this beautiful love story with Mama Dilly. And where does Rayanne's biological father fit in all this? Or is that not going to be an issue and he's just going to end up with Mama Goonie? Because there was definitely a spark there. So many questions. So looking forward to this episode and following along. And thank you so much to those of you who have signed up for my Patreon, where you can get the full unedited reactions to my Hershey's Chocolate Kisses. We've started those from episode 40. Thank you. Shout out to Fatima for joining me over on Patreon. Shout out to Dorian for joining me over there on Patreon. I hope you enjoy this video as well. Yeah, so let's just get into, just regular housekeeping. This is the preview clip here if you're watching on my regular channel, where you will get this preview clip and my review of the episode and the link to where you can watch the YouTube heavily edited version on my YouTube reaction channel, and where you can get the link to watch the full unedited episode reaction on my Patreon. So make sure that you're subscribed here so you get the preview clip to know when the video goes up. Make sure that you're subscribed over on my reaction channel, and come join me on Patreon for the full unedited episode where you can just sit here and watch me sit here and occasionally be funny and be shocked and rant and rave at the screen for the full episode. So let's get into the episode now, shall we? This is Hershey's Chocolate Kisses, episode 48. Here we go. Please let Hottie McWeirdo be fucking dead. I was hoping that it was going to be Rayanne that killed him. But at this point, I'm not picky. Mafi killing him is fine. I just want him dead. I might be a little bit frozen right now. I'm not picky. I'm just going to wait for a second. There we are. Okay. Hopefully we're okay now. Oh my God, such a good episode. So good. So good. Start off small. I loved Goonie sticking up for Ferret. I am thoroughly enjoying Ferret and Zeynep. I'm thoroughly enjoying the beginning of what looks to be that love story. Loved him standing up to anti-foosball. I hate anti-foosball because she has given me no reason for her hate against Creepy Grandma other than the fact that Creepy Grandma was a servant who Rich Boy fell in love with and married. She seems to hate her just because she was a servant and should have known her place and not tried to marry above her station. Like, I'm sorry. This was not the 1800s. This was not, like, it's not the olden England times where, like, and even then, that was pretty shitty of, like, how servants were treated. And that, like, they wouldn't dare think to try and marry the rich son of the house. That's all I'm seeing from anti-foosball. So I hope she fucking dies. Because I cannot stand snobby bitches. And that seems to me all that she seems to have against Creepy Grandma. Asshat Grandpa knows something about Mama Dilly. He totally knows. Everybody trying to get answers from Creepy Grandma is, frankly, a waste of time and ridiculous because ain't no way this bitch is gonna tell you the truth about anything. But Asshat Grandpa knows. Hottie McWeirdo sending the letter to Asshat Grandpa and Hottie McCrazy intercepting that letter. I know that it would look bad that Hottie McWeirdo was sort of sent by that Hottie McCrazy was sort of sent by Hottie McWeirdo to sort of infiltrate the house and marry Twat Waffle. But I wonder what's gonna, like, I don't know what to think about, like, where that's going, where they're going with Hottie McCrazy and Twat Waffle. Because he seems to be not a psychopath anymore, and I hope that we're getting rid of that and just pretending that, like, it didn't happen. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with pretending things that didn't work didn't happen, if you're turning the storyline in a better direction. Which is, if Hottie McCrazy develops into a better character, which he seems to be doing, and actually ends up being good for Twat Waffle, I would totally be on board with that romance. If it develops, if that's the way that they're going with it, I'd be totally on board. Ferrat giving his mother shit, not cool. But I need for her to explain what the hell is her deal with Creepy Grandma. Why for the why? I need to know. The actor who plays Moran and the actor who plays Papa Colbert, fucking amazing in this episode. Both of them, all of them in this episode were amazing. But standouts were Papa Colbert and Moran. Hottie McWeirdo is hopefully dead. I hope. Dear God. I'm sure the actor is a very nice boy. But I hate this character. I hate him so much. It would make me smile for Mama Goonie to know that her son is actually dead again. It would make me smile so much. Because I cannot stand this smug-ass bitch that she is right now. I've had my issues with Mama Goonie in the past, y'all know. But the way she was smiling as Moran's world was literally falling apart because all she cared about was that her son was the heir. Your son is a psychopath, which I wouldn't be surprised if he got that from his father, because his father was trash. His father was an abusive piece of shit that you let die, and that is the one good thing that you have done in this entire show. And that even happened in flashback. It didn't actually happen during the course of the show. So, yeah, like Mama Goonie, I cannot wait for the day when you find out that hopefully your son is dead. And who the fuck shot him? Because Moran and Papa Koala Bear should have had a better plan than they did going into rescuing Rayanne. Everybody knows if there's two of you, one of you goes and confronts the dude while the other one comes up behind, shoots the fucker in the head. That's the plan. Everybody knows that's the plan. Why did they not do that plan? I know why. Because they wanted Papa Koala Bear to risk his life and save Moran by getting shot himself. Okay, I understood that that is what they wanted to happen. But I'm still mad that that they came up with such a bad plan. Now I know, Papa Koala Bear's not dead. Y'all would not do that to me. If Papa Koala Bear dies, I will stop watching this show. I will not accept that. And this is not no Game of Thrones shit where like every season like somebody dies and everybody's like, oh, I'll stop watching the show. But yet they keep watching the next season and the next season after that. No, if Papa Koala Bear dies, this show is dead to me. And listen, I put up with bitchy Rayanne for like 4 episodes. You've been warned. I will stop watching this show if Papa Koala Bear dies. And that's all I have to say about that. This was a fantastic episode. So much stress. So much craziness, so much emotional upheavals. So good. So good. And I'm so happy that, 8 episodes in from the fracosity, that is those episodes that we will not talk about, I'm still loving this show, and I'm so happy about that. So, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this week's episode. Make sure that you are following me on Patreon to get the full, unedited episode reactions. Follow me on YouTube if you want the heavily edited reactions for free. Make sure that you're following me on my regular YouTube channel so you can get the preview clip of where you can watch the YouTube reaction and when like that goes up. I think that's it. So yeah, follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorejamie, and I will talk to you guys next time. If Papa Koala Bear dies, this show is dead to me. I already know the Turkish drama that I'm going to be reacting to next. After this show is over, I will start reacting to that Turkish drama. if Papa Koala Bear dies. Y'all have been warned. Bye.